Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I actually want to talk more about deprioritization and prioritization when it comes to cellular home internet, or it comes to cell phones, in general, people using cell phones in general. So I actually made a video on my channel a few hours ago, actually talking about, deprioritization and prioritization, when it comes to, like cellular home internet or cell phone users, or cell phone customers, if the T-Mobile 5G home internet, is, if you're over, people that actually use cell phones, and, if cell phone users, are actually, over people, that, use the, cellular home internet. In my case, it's the T-Mobile 5G home internet, or the Metro by T-Mobile, 5G home internet, if you will. Because I'm actually using, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually using a third-party gateway, and I actually have a Metro by T-Mobile tablet SIM card, unlimited $20 a month tablet SIM card. In my third-party gateway, and I'm actually getting, basically 5G home internet for only $20 a month. Now, I have more videos on my channel, talking about how to do that, on my channel, so I'm not gonna, really go too much into detail, but I'm still, basically using the T-Mobile network. That's, still, what Metro by T-Mobile is. They're still using the same, T-Mobile network and the same towers and everything. So, but basically, I made a video, a few hours ago, actually talking about, deprioritization, and I, made a video, saying, or, if, T-Mobile 5G home internet customers are put on the back burner, or any, cellular home internet customers, if they're actually put on the back burner, when it comes to, actual cell phone users, with the, data. So, you can check that video out on my channel. I go more into detail about that. But this video is actually going to be more, talking about, like the tower, that's actually in your area, or towers, that are actually in your area. And I'm going to, be talking about, if you're in a rural area, or if you're in the city, you're more likely, to get, deprioritized when it comes to, your data. So, that's basically true. So, let me actually talk about this more and actually explain, what I actually mean by this. So, I, have a picture here of my, tower, the tower that's actually closest to us. And I actually have a waveform 4x4 antenna, connected to my third-party gateway, my Chester Cheetah version 2, gateway / modem. So basically, long story short, this is the tower, that's actually connected to, or, facing, and connected to, up in the attic, the waveform 4x4 antenna, it's pointed, down the road from me near an old truck stop, and this is actually where the tower is at. This is, the actual tower, like I said. So basically, what I'm trying to get out is, if you're in a rural area, you're more likely not to have deprioritization problems. But if you're in a, like a city, and if you're in Philadelphia, if you're, somewhere where there's a lot of people, you're near a beach, something like that, you're in California, you're somewhere, where there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of, like just thousands of people, a lot of tourists, stuff like that. Basically you might have really slow speeds when it comes to, either cellular home internet, or, your actual, cell phone, internet. So, these companies, these cell phone companies, and I go more into detail in the other video that I, put out a few hours ago, so you can watch that, to, find out what I actually mean by this. So for those of you that don't know, cell phone companies or cell phone carriers, they actually put out like a limit. Like it's not really a limit, but they like, for example, I have Metro by T-Mobile for my cell phone carrier, and I have a 30 a month, actually a $25 a month. It was 30 a month for my first month, and then it's $25 a month now. But I have Metro by T-Mobile for my cell phone carrier on my Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I only pay $25 a month for unlimited data and everything like that, because I did a bring your own phone thing, like a promotion that they had going on. So, but long story short with that, I have unlimited data on my phone, but they say in times of congestion, on the plan that I have anyway. Every plan is different. Some are higher, some are lower. But on my plan, it says users 35 gigabytes or more a month. If you go over 35 gigabytes of data or more a month, then you may notice reduced speeds if the tower near you is congested. And basically, what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get out in this video is that's very area specific. It's if that's going to happen or not. Basically, like I said, we live in a rural area, and we've had the Metro by T-Mobile. I've had Metro by T-Mobile on my phone, for a few years. I actually had them, back when I had, back when they were actually called Metro PCS, and I never had a problem, with deprioritization around here. But basically what I'm trying to say is that doesn't mean that you're not going to have deprioritization where you live. So I'm, trying to make this clear for people that it's very area specific, where, you might have deprioritization if you go over that certain amount of gigabytes of data, depending on, how many people are actually using your tower, and how many people are actually in your neighborhood, and how many people, tower congestion in general, how many people are in the area, stuff like that. Like if you live in a big city, you're more likely to have, tower congestion, and stuff like that. So, for us, luckily, we've had, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet for like 3.5 years. And we've actually, went over that 1.2 terabyte, data, that they put it, that data, they tell you basically on the T-Mobile website, if you go over 1.2 terabytes, of data, in a month, which, we actually do because we have security cameras and stuff constantly running. But long story short, we've gone over that 1.2 terabytes of data, that they tell you that you might be, deprioritized after going over that. And we went over that. So, in my other videos, you guys can, see my other videos, on my, channel. I have T-Mobile, 5G home internet speed test videos, from like months back even, on my channel. So, we weren't actually being deprioritized even after going over that, 1.2 terabytes of data. And I think the main reason that, is because we live in a rural area, and, not a lot of people are actually using this tower. There's not like 1,000 people, in our area, so that's the thing. It's very area specific. So if you live in like a big city, like Philadelphia, where there's like thousands of people, if you live in, Boston, again, where there's thousands of people, probably more, if you live in, like a place like the beach, something like that, California, places like that, where there's, a bunch of tourists and stuff and, whatever they call them, shoobies or whatever, just a bunch of people, around there, like the beach and everything, you're probably, most likely going to have deprioritization hit you, in areas like that, especially the city and, places like California and, places like that, just where there's a lot of, like beaches and stuff, and a lot of, tourists and stuff like that, a lot of people traveling, and stuff like that. So, I wanted to actually talk about this more, and let you guys know, that it's very area specific, when it comes to, deprioritization or prioritization, over, over certain things, basically, like I said in my other video, cell phone users, it doesn't matter, if you're on an NBNO, it doesn't matter if you're on an actual, big carrier, like T-Mobile or Verizon or, AT&T. It doesn't really matter, if you're on an MVNO, you're on, one of the big carriers in general. Obviously MVNOs, for those of you that don't know, an MVNO is basically, like a smaller carrier, but they use the bigger carrier's network. That's basically what that is. But they have cheaper, plans, and stuff like that because they're basically a different name, but they offer, cheaper plans, and some of them don't even have stores, so that kind of, keeps the, prices down for the MVNOs, but, they still use the same network and the same towers, is basically what I'm saying. So, but, basically what I'm trying to get out here is, cell phone users, like I said in my other video, they're going to be prioritized, over, cellular home internet users. That's just how it is, because cell phone, users come first because that's where, these major carriers, that's where they make their money from, over the cellular home internet, so, but basically, I just wanted to, make a video talking about this, when it comes to, like the tower location, in your area. For us, we only have like one tower, that's close to us, and this is the tower. But, for other people, you guys might have multiple towers, and you also might have a bigger town than we do, here in, South Jersey. So, but for us, we haven't actually noticed any slowdowns or anything, in a rural area, and that's probably why, because we live in a rural area, and we only have, like one cell tower in this town, and we don't have like thousands of people, in this town. We have a couple of hundred people in our town, so, it's not like, it's going to be overwhelming for the tower or anything, so that's, most likely why, me and my mom, don't notice any slowdowns, even when going past that, 1.2 terabyte, of the data, on the, actual T-Mobile 5G home internet. So, like I said, we've been with them for 3.5 years now, going on more, but like I said, also, we went past the 1.2 terabyte, of data, and, we haven't noticed any slowdowns, and, I have speed test videos on my channel, that can verify that. So, basically, what I'm saying is, it's very area specific, just like with, the cellular home internet in general, it's very area specific, what you're going to get, mostly due to, like location, and also, due to like what I'm saying here, with the deprioritization, and the prioritization, is basically, what I'm trying to get out here. So, it's very area specific with the cellular home internet in general. And it's very area specific, what you're going to get, when it comes to deprioritization and prioritization, when it comes to, cell phone users, and when it comes to, actual, cellular home internet users, is basically what I'm saying. So, but that's basically the video, guys. I just wanted to touch on this, and I figured that I would make, somewhat of a more detailed video on this. And, like I've said, I am actually using a Metro by T-Mobile, SIM card in the, the third-party gateway. I have more, videos on my channel talking about that. I'm not gonna, really get, too much into detail on this video because that's not really what it's about. But, I haven't actually noticed any slowdown, yet, using that, the Metro by T-Mobile SIM card, that's only, $20 a month. It's actually supposed to be being used in a tablet, but I actually, revised the IMEI, from the SIM, from the tablet, and put put it in the, third-party gateway, and I've been, getting the, 5G home internet basically for only $20 a month. So, and I have more videos on my channel, talking about going over the 35 gigabytes, that they tell you that if you go over, on that tablet SIM card, that you can be deprioritized. And so far I haven't been deprioritized, and, most likely, the reason behind that is because I live in a rural area. Like I said, I don't live in a big city or anything, and there's not, thousands of people here, basically ever, so, the only time, that there's a lot of people here, a lot more people here, is actually when we have like a town day or something like that, something that's, like celebrating the town day or something like that. I'm not actually going to say the name of my town because I don't really want to, give out too much information, but, we have like a town day here, a certain time of year, and then, a lot of people come in, they come in and, come, back and see family and everything, and, we just have a good time, and, go to a town day. They have different, town days around here, sometimes, certain times of the year and everything, but, even then, it's not enough to really, like really overload the towers or anything, or this tower or anything. So, so that's basically the video, guys. I just wanted to talk more about this, and I figured that I would make another video, talking about, deprioritization and, prioritization, and, talk about, how where the tower is actually located, near you, or, how many people are actually in your area or in your town, or city, because that plays a big role, in, how much the tower is going to be able to handle. You kind of have to, take into consideration with that, before you actually, decide, if you want to actually, test out, if you actually want to try, cellular home internet, if it actually would work for you, or if it wouldn't work for you. That's basically, how it is, because, like I said, I go more, into detail in my other video, that I made a few hours ago, talking about, the deprioritization and the prioritization, when it comes to, cell phone users and cellular home internet users. I actually, talked about that in that video, and, I told you guys that, basically, the cell phone users are going to be, prioritized, over the, cellular home internet users. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, because, cell phone users are the, ones that, these, companies actually make their money off of. So, obviously, more people, use cell phones, more than, people are actually using the cellular home internet. So, at least right now, it's getting up there, with people more, getting, more cellular home internet, but, it's not anywhere near, as many people as using, cell phones, so that's, basically, covering that, that video, that I have on my channel. So if you want to check that out, like I said, it's on my channel. I made it a few hours ago, but that's basically the video, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to talk more about this, and I figured that I would actually, talk about the, like certain locations, basically, let you guys, know more about this, because it is, very area specific. It depends on where the tower is actually located near you. It depends on how many towers are actually near you. It depends on, a whole mess of things. It depends on, like location, that's the big thing, where the tower is. It just depends on a whole bunch of different things, how many people, are actually in your town or in your city. It depends on all that kind of stuff. So, but basically, guys, that's the video. So like I said, I will be making more videos, like I always do say. I will be making more videos, on my channel, regarding, the T-Mobile 5G home internet, or Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet in my case, using a third-party gateway. I'm going to be, testing that out more thoroughly before I actually cancel out, the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet, if I actually do. I'll definitely I'm definitely going to be keeping you guys updated on that. Like I said, I am actually hoping that it actually gets like a bad weather day here soon. So I can, test out the Metro by T-Mobile, SIM card more, in the third party gateway, when it's bad weather day. Because like I've said on my channel before, bad weather, definitely affects, cellular home internet service. So you have to, basically keep that in mind. So I definitely want to test that out more thoroughly, over the T-Mobile 5G home internet SIM card, so, I want to see how it performs, versus the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet SIM card, like I've said, they're both T-Mobile, but I want to, make sure that it's going to be fine, in bad weather, compared to the actual T-Mobile 5G home internet. So, but basically, that's basically the video, guys. Like I said, I will be making more videos, and I will, be making more speed test videos, using the Metro by T-Mobile, SIM card, that I have in the third party gateway. So, definitely stick around for that. I'll probably make some more today. I'm probably going to head to bed now. Actually, it's 5:15 a.m. So I'm probably going to head to bed after this video. But, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.